Donovan, back-to-back nights where really the opponents are waving that white flag early. What does that say about the rhythm that you guys are in right now?
I think, just as a sense of urgency. I think tonight we didn't start off great. And for us to come back the way we did, and then also to start the second half the way we did, just speaks to our will, our hunger, our tenacity. Because not every night you're going to come out from the get-go and, punch first. And I think that's just who we want to be. It's a good problem to have that we're up in these games, but I think for us, just continuing to be that team on a consistent basis. I've been talking about habits, and you're starting to see it continue.
It's a good fit for you, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Ashley North style, IG. But yeah, we're doing a lot of the right things.
When Darius is in a rhythm, you kind of see like that skip comes to him, right? At what point do you guys know, like he's got it tonight?
I won't say that because then it'll draw attention. I just knew tonight he was going to come out. You know what I mean? We talked about it. I just knew, it's definitely those nights you can tell. And just his overall balance and step, you can kind of see. And then obviously when you see the shots falling, it's like you said, the skip, you see it. But, you can kind of see it from when he came in. And, you knew he was going to have a night like tonight.
What is it about your guys' relationship that allows you to kind of know that or have those conversations with him?
When you see it, you see someone work on a consistent basis, you see the ups, the downs, you see when they're good, they're feeling crappy, whatever it is. Like you kind of have a feeling. And I think tonight was just one of those nights you kind of saw it. And just he played within the game, did a lot of selfless things, and allowed the game to come to him. Took the open shots, and knocked them down. But tonight was special, and that's just who he is, man. That's who he's always been. But you see him, and like you said, you saw the skip. Like you could just tell the bounce to him, and we needed that as a team, and it was great to see.
Putting aside the fact that Evan just called you out for not dunking, could you do your best case to make him an all-star this year?
To see the evolution, we're not this team who we are without him. I think for us to take that step, and I've been saying this, he would have to be what he's currently doing. And I think we aren't this team. Yeah, we 1 through 15, obviously, but him being the guy that's really the head, like the head of it. Continue to push, and he's taking us. The corner threes he's hitting. That wasn't the case past 3 years. Being aggressive, the fade away. The dunk was amazing, but on the offensive end, him handling the ball, setting inverted screens, different things, playing in the pocket, playing out the post, being able to play in the half row. He's doing it all for us. I think it's a no-brainer that he's an all-star. I think it's a no-brainer that DG is also there as well. Fortunately, it's not up to us, but I think it's a no-brainer. It's a no doubt. You look at the way that we're playing, I've been an all-star, DG's been an all-star, but, there's no way on earth Evan Mobley's not in San Francisco just because the way he's been playing allows us. It makes the game easier for everybody.
What changes about this team when Caris comes onto the floor?
His intensity, defensively, he's been, you look at, I want to say it's the Washington game, he came out and got 8 points in a row, steals, stops. The game after that, just on a consistent basis. Or was it Brooklyn? One of them games. But I think for us, he just comes in and just takes over games. It has an immediate impact on the defensive end, and offensively, he's playing the most efficient basketball that I've seen from him in a long time. And you got to give him credit. He's found ways to be impactful and not just handling the ball. Being able to catch a shoot, getting there, create, and defensively being a pest, guarding. Small guards, big guards, wings, forwards, doesn't matter. And he's doing it all for us, and he definitely deserves to be in the six-man conversation.
How much more room does offense have to grow?
I think we have a lot of things we can do better. I think, on a consistent basis, not slowing our pace, when the shots are falling, not allowing foul calls to kind of disrupt our pace. I think in the third quarter it got a little stagnant because there's foul calls, understanding that that's going to happen. All right, how do we counter that? How do we bounce back? How do we continue to push? But it's hard to complain when you're doing a lot of good things, but there's definitely ways we can be better, more efficient, top to bottom, turnovers. Some nights, different things you can kind of pick at. But we're doing a good job. But the biggest thing is can we continuously do it on a night-to-night basis.
Along those same lines, this was the third time in a row you guys have scored 120 points. What has allowed this offense to be so consistently good?
I'm going to keep saying it. We're just unpredictable. Last game I had 20-something. Tonight was DG and Evan. Another game it's Caris. another game it's Dean, another game it's J.A. Like, you don't really know where it's coming from. It's Ty Jerome, it's George Niang. You really don't know. And like I said, it's our habits. Getting to our spots, knowing we're going to be playing the right way, selfless basketball. Like I think that at the end of the day is really what you're starting to see us have a lot of success with, and just not getting tired of the repetition. Don't get bored of repetition. And sometimes it can be monotonous over and over and over again. But that's what makes you a great team, and we're striving to be that, and that's what you're starting to see.
Kenny was talking before the game about trying to have fun throughout the course of this season, and it's clear that you guys are. Is it as simple as you're just winning a bunch of games, and that's where the fun is coming?
That definitely helps. I think when you implement something new to a group, and it works right away, it kind of gives you that immediate validation, and it's just like, man, okay, it's easier to trust. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we started off 2-13, would it be as hard to trust? A little bit, but it definitely helps. But I think for us, we had a group that, regardless if we started off great, started off poorly, we have a great group. I think that's really where it starts, and it's fun to come into work. And I think that's kind of, whether we win 3 in a row, lose 3 in a row, whatever it may be, it's just fun going to work every day. That's what really makes this group special, makes all this special. But it's a long season. It's going to be hard to have fun every day. But when you have a group of guys, you got a guy like George Niang, there's never a dull day with him. You know what I mean? Tristan Thompson, same thing. You got different guys, different personalities. We've been together for some time. It makes it easier and it makes it enjoyable.
You've known George for a long time, and people have said that he's been different from the beginning of the season to now. What have you seen from his game, not only developing, but him and his personality coming to light as well?
I feel like he's always been this personality-wise. I think now you're starting to see him tap into his Iowa State bag, as I call it. He's a hell of a three-point shooter, but now he's able to get into the paint, create, cutting, finishing, floaters, get in there and kick. You're starting to see what really he was doing in college. Obviously not as much, but being able to implement that in the game. And it's hard on the defense. If you think he's going to stand in the corner, now he's cutting or going catching downhill and touch shots off the glass. It's kind of like, all right, now you got to play that, and then somebody else is open. So it's just a domino effect. But the personality, you see it. He's loud every day. You know what I mean? He brings that brightness to us. But on the floor, you're starting to see him be a lot more comfortable, a lot more efficient. With his movements defensively, he's getting in there, rebounding, and doing all these different things. So that's what you're starting to see.